everybody. Thanks so much for being here. This is Karen Palmer, the Mindful Media Mom and the Queen of Global Kindness. And we are here at Global Peace Week, and we are ready to see global peace going viral. And we have such incredible, incredible people who are involved in this. Today, my guest is such an inspiration. He is the founder of Scopers Unite and now Streamers Unite, and also the Perry Awards. So there's so many things that have been, really inspiring as I've watched you grow. I'm just really fascinated. First of all, for people who don't really know that much about Periscope, what is something that you would say, how did you get involved with Periscope to begin with? And why was it something that was, that felt like you felt vibrationally aligned with?
Yeah, for me, goes back to say August or something of last year. I found out about it through somebody else, or I found out about it through something online. And as soon as I started seeing people broadcast themselves, I instantly knew this is something I had to do. And it was at first, I was just sort of out there in the wilderness, turning the thing on, absolutely no viewers coming in, whatever else. But I had to keep doing it, no matter how much discomfort I felt or whatever else. I just felt absolutely compelled to keep doing it. And I don't have really an explanation for it, except that I just had to do it. So.
That's that intuition. That's that inner guidance. That's that inner voice that's saying, hey, this is a way we can connect. This is a way that we can get deeper into. And that's what I felt too. When I first started Periscoping, I knew that I had a message, and it was like, wow, these people really want to hear what this message is.
No, that's exactly it. You're right. And when it got really tough was when I started to try to provide value to other people in any sort of way, kind of like, hey, do I, try to like, is even sort of like help them with their business or help them with anything. I thought, oh my Lord, do I really have some value to provide? And it was just so stressful, but so rewarding.
Well, obviously you did, because people kept coming back for more. And how many people are in Scopers Unite now? You have, and please let people know how they can get in touch if they're interested in joining.
Yeah, I think they're 800 and something, 850 or something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, just on Facebook, the easiest way to find us is type in Scopers Unite, all one word. And the whole concept behind that is, here's the big overarching purpose of all of this is I want people who feel disconnected to feel connected to other people. That's if I got one little niche that I want to try to fill in doing anything, I want people to feel connected to other people, and people, especially people who feel disconnected, to feel connected to other people. And that might be something they're going through, or it might be like a long-term thing. Because
I agree 100%. And that's how Global Peace got started. That's how the Global Peace movement and the Global Peace Project got started. It's basically because there were a lot of empaths and people who had lots of gifts that were, not sure how to share them, and not sure how to package them, and not sure how to, get their message out to the masses. And, and because I do social media, and because I do marketing, and because I have a message that is, a message that really connects and resonates with a lot of people, I'm just very authentically myself. And I think that that's what the world is looking for now. And that's what I think is going to heal our planet. I really think that we have to stop wearing all these masks and pretending that we're something that we're not, and really, start healing the inside, And then when we heal from the inside, then we can start looking at what we have co-created in the world together with our own, disconnection.
I agree. And I think nothing, no matter, if somebody's really struggling and they're going to a psychologist and they're reading this and they're doing 500 different things, I think nothing heals people more than authentic connection with other people. Nothing.
Me too.
Like that's.
So I'd love to hear the evolution of Scopers Unite. So now, did you just grab the hashtag Scopers Unite and say, okay, let's do this? Or was it you and a couple of people who had been scoping regularly, or how did that work?
It's sort of the progression of it was, basically it came to a point for myself where I had a very conservative business message. And then I wanted to, over time, I started sort of, talking about more personal things, sort of like, how I've been through times in my life where I felt disconnected. And as soon as I said that, I felt like a different person. I felt, as soon as I said stuff that I've been through, I felt so much more connected with everybody else, because that's stuff I never, ever had talked about. And then the concept was, can we put, say, 10 people together and do like a little bit of a train? And the train is just a tool for, let's all kind of link people together, have some sort of message about helping other people. And that was the beginning of it. So we put, like, say, 10 people together, they all went in a train, and that sort of evolved into, and there's lots of different parts to it, but it started out very small. Let's have like 10 people together. And then that turned into 20 people, and turned into 50 people, and turned into 500 people. And it kind of, with all the same purpose, like the core purpose is, let's make people feel more connected to other people. And one tool for that is to create these trains, which we do every weekend. We run them for like 5 months or something. Is basically, let's all jump into each other's rooms. Let's all basically support each other. And as everybody gives each other love and support, they feel more comfortable opening up, and they feel more comfortable sort of talking about their own life, which makes them feel more connected to everybody. So that's one tool. So the new tool is Streamers Unite, right? And let's bring everybody together from around the world. It's a free event for everybody to attend. We have like a dinner and a drink ticket.
I'm signed up. I'm going to go. I'm excited.
Perfect.
I live in Southern California, so we go to Vegas all the time. So I loved that it was in Vegas. I was like, yes, that's going to be the coolest, most fun, absolute amazing place to gather. It's like an adult Disneyland.
Yes, exactly. And it's easy for flights and everything else. So, that kind of came out of the whole Scopers Unite thing. So, but it's not just about Scopers Unite. It's about, and what I've realized, the issue with Scopers Unite, it's very niched on Periscope, but YouTube has 1 billion users, and they're launching a Periscope like app. Facebook Live got invented since we kind of launched there. So there's 3 things with billions and billions of users. Let's use live streaming as a tool to help people feel more connected.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
I don't feel very connected to people when I type in, hey, this is my vacation, and here's a picture of me on vacation. I don't feel more connected with people. When I stream, I feel more connected to people.
I love it too. And, I felt like that when I started my talk show. We were doing, it was like a podcast at first, and it was just talking, and audio and stuff like that. And then we came out with Google Hangouts, and I became like an expert with using Google Hangouts, and I called myself the Google for Good girl, and then I started using Google Hangouts for, with social media, and teaming up with huge other nonprofit. I'm a nonprofit business myself. And so I teach children environmental education, animal advocacy, kindness, compassion, and bring that to the schools as a curriculum. I designed a board game for children, and I'm also working on coloring books for children about kindness and animal rescue. So when I started, bringing all this together, and I started realizing, wow, this live stream is so awesome, because you're like literally talking to the person. And you can know people online to some extent. Yeah. But when you start really broadcasting live stream, there's no hiding.
No, there's not.
There's no lying.
Yes.
There's no hiding. There's no exaggerating the truth. There's nothing that you.
No, you're 100% right.
You are 100%.
Were you in San Francisco?
No, I haven't been to any of the live events yet. But
this is kind of the seed from it. So it's not like we hang out. All these people online for like a couple of months, and like you think that you know them, you think that you think that they know you, but I wasn't sure, right?
Yeah.
We weren't sure, and then you go down to San Francisco, and you know these people better than most people in your own life. Like, it's real. All the connections that you feel through live streaming are 100% real, and it just cements it once you actually meet in person. So that's the concept behind Streamers Unite. Like, let's, yesterday we had 25 signups, in one day.
That's
so,
awesome.
And we're 4 or 5 months out.
Yeah.
Like, let's see what we can do. Let's try to blow this thing out. Let's have, and the whole concept is, it's not going to be, so streamersunite.com or streamersunite.org. They both go to the same place, but let's just all basically stay at the same hotel. We're going to have some pre-planned stuff. Let's all meet at the pool area between a certain time. Let's all meet at some huge restaurant, some big, massive buffet at certain times. So we're all just mixed together. We're all just hanging out, and it's just a big, huge free for all where everybody gets to interact. That's the concept. So.
And what's so awesome about what's so awesome about the train, because I've been doing the train now for almost a month, is that you get to really, really authentically hear where people came from and how they've gotten where they've gotten to. We all have a story, and we all, and that's what Global Peace Going Viral is all about. See, we're spreading out too, Steve. This is the first, I did this back in August. I wrote a book called Global Kindness Going Viral. Yep. And I made a wish because I'm a survivor of domestic abuse. And
yes, I saw yours. Yeah.
I was able to really turn my life around completely. And now I live my dream life. And I know that I was the master in that I helped to, create the life that I'm living now. And so I made a wish that I could teach others how to do what I've done. And then, it was like it opened the floodgates of kindness, and people from all over the world. It's like when you put your focus on wanting something, when you really get super clear about what it is you want, you realize that, the universe will bring you all that you desire because you just had to get super clear. The universe is just kind of like, to me, a photocopy machine.
Exactly. I love what you said there about being super clear.
Yeah.
It's actually it's a Steve Jobs quote, and it's a Richard Branson quote.
Yeah.
So, these billionaires in business, and basically the Steve Jobs quote is, the more clear you can get about something, if you can get crystal clear about something, you can move mountains.
Yeah.
And I think he was referring to like the iPhone. He stripped away 500 other products, and he's like, this is what we're going to do amazingly well, and is very simple focused. And he created the biggest company in the history of the world. So
it's all about
and the same thing applies to business as applies to a nonprofit. Or
absolutely.
Trying to change the world. It's all the same.
Yeah, I was actually reading Think and Grow Rich while I was homeless living out of my car, and You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. So I was envisioning the life that I'm living now, 20 years ago, and now the reason that I wanted to go back now to spread global kindness and to be a messenger and to be a voice for the voiceless is because I know how awesome it was when strangers gave me food and let me stay on their couch. And, were people that just reached out to me. And there are so many good people in the world, and there's not enough media on those people. And that's why I feel that our world is so out of balance, because we have, really tipped the scales in the direction of fear. We need to tip those scales back in the direction of kindness and love and peace. And that's how this whole thing got started. So, and I'm so excited that you're a part of it, because, now it feels like every time I feel like I'm being guided to another person, it's like there's another piece of the puzzle. It's a jigsaw puzzle, and we're all in this together. We just don't know where we fit just yet, And
exactly.
And so
that's big time what I feel about, especially live streaming or Blab is very similar to that, but it's like the light got turned on for the basically live streaming and Blab and all this kind of stuff. And all of these like-minded people got pulled together. Yeah. And we've all been drawn to this for a reason, and we're all going somewhere.
Absolutely.
And let's
we're moving into the higher consciousness. See, I use hashtags for higher consciousness. Hashtag Global Peace Going Viral, hashtag Global Peace Week, hashtag Kinderism. Using hashtags, is a way for us to unite together. And so many people don't really understand how to even use a hashtag. They don't really understand, how they're being grouped and how they can just jump on the train like what you're doing, They can jump on the train just using a hashtag that's been used a lot, and then they will be grouped in that, in that variety. Yep. So I'm so grateful that you took the time to stop and talk to us, and I'm so incredibly grateful for all that you're doing in the world.
Thank you, Karen.
Yeah, this is powerful stuff we're doing, Steve. And this is just, like I said, this is just a seed. This month we're going to do this week, and then next month we're going to do for Earth Day week. So it's going to be April 18th to April 22nd. And we're going to be moving into every month until September, when we team up with International Day of Peace for Global Peace Month. So we have a whole month where we can really focus on all the good things that are happening in the world, all the peace and love and kindness that's being spread. And hopefully we'll get the attention of the masses and the media together. I think we will.
I like it.
Yeah. So that's the clear focus. You know, focus is follow one course until successful. And if I stay focused, I'm pretty darn good at it.
I like it. That's like moving mountains.
Yeah. So anything you'd like to share as we end the show?
No, that's great. We're going to see each other online a lot going forward, and I think it's fantastic that you're involved, and I really appreciate you being involved with Scopers Unite and Streamers Unite, and that you're coming to Vegas. That's absolutely phenomenal, and let's keep moving forward. So.
I see it growing, and I really do see the masses really starting to understand the real value there is in live stream. You know, I know that people are making a lot of money selling stuff for their business and stuff, and that's awesome. If that's what you are intending, that's awesome. I do see a lot of ways to make a lot of money, but I really feel that to me, it's a way for them to really be funneled in to your business. But when you're on there and you're really being authentic with people, I feel that there's just this incredible humanity connection.
It can change lives. It can literally change lives.
It has.
When somebody goes on there, like we've had, a lot of people on the train, and somebody will come on there. Like somebody's, coming to mind. She was in a trailer park in Southern United States, and, amazing lady. And she had never done a scope before, and she never did a scope since. And she came on there. Sorry.
It's okay.
She came on there and she said all the stuff that she went through.
Mm-hmm.
She talked about like 20 years of abuse by her dad and how her dad's in prison, right? Like the worst kind of abuse you can imagine. She never streamed before. I've never seen her on again since. But when she got to the end of her 5 minutes, you could just tell she felt lifted. You know what I mean? She felt amazing. She felt she felt connected to people. And when she was so scared to come on, but she faced her fears. She connected with so many people, and I hope that made an impact on her life. And I think her coming forward gives other people hope and strength to come forward too. And that's what I see as a value of the train, and that's what I want to keep. And I think that's the power of live stream.
Yeah. And yesterday I had a lady that had never heard of our community before, that had never heard about us, and just got invited by somebody who had been in one of the scopes. And she said, I went into every single one for that day. And she said, and I was so depressed, and I had so much anxiety. And by the end of the day, I felt hopeful again.
Yes.
I felt excited about life. And she goes, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to follow all the people that I was able to follow. And she's, and I just want to thank you for, creating this community where I can feel heard and seen and valued. And that's what it's all about.
It's the power of them coming online and them facing their fears and connecting with other people, because it's real. You can feel somebody through the camera. It's odd. I didn't know it was possible.
Yeah,
but it's real, So
I know I didn't think it was possible either. When everybody started talking to me about it and was telling me, "You got to do it, Karen. You'll be so good at it. You should do it. You should try it." I was like, "I don't want to talk into my phone." It was hard enough for me to get used to talking to a computer. I used to have to put a picture up on the computer, like I was talking to somebody at first, and then
recorded videos are 100 times harder than live.
I think so. I really do, because I love the interaction. I love the connection.
It's so much more natural and real to basically, in live. It's 100 times easier. At first, it's not. It's a lot more scary, but after you get used to it.
Oh yeah, the first time I had the phone upside down. So and it's funny because I'm talking about being this wonderful technology person, and I'm standing and I'm on my head and upside down in my phone on my first. But luckily, I tell people every time, I said it's all about practice and pause and getting really present with the person. That's what success is I think with live streaming. The more you practice, the more, you can delete your scopes anytime, you guys. So it's you can, if you don't like it, you can delete it, but just get on there and start, sharing. Like Steve said, it's really, you've got a wonderful tool in your pocket. and somebody may truly, truly benefit from your story.
Yep. Well, that's the thing. All these people, they inspire more people behind them.
Yeah.
They inspire more people behind them. And, you know, we can create a massive pyramid behind us, wherever you want to call it. So.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Steve. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. And everybody keep using those hashtags, global peace going viral. We're doing it, you guys. It's being used everywhere. Everywhere I see it. I mean, it's awesome. And, you know, this is what we can do this together, because what we do is we actually unite the superheroes. We unite the earth angels, the empaths, the visionaries, the change agents, the peacemakers. We are uniting. And then when we get united, we get stronger together. Our voice gets louder, and the masses and the media start to take notice. They're starting to take notice. If we can get global peace trending on Twitter, we're going to start getting somewhere. We're going to start getting more notice every time that we move in the direction of consciousness and happiness and unity and harmony. We're moving in the direction of love being the most powerful force on this planet.
I agree. Nothing's more important than it.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, Steve. Have a beautiful day. And thanks everybody who's been watching. Really, really grateful for all of you.
Thank you, Karen.
Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.